The scene is Sanford Stadium. The dogs are barking, welcoming in a team that has been in the national championship the last 2 years. No love lost between these two users. No love lost between these two conferences. It's the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's Oregon and it's Georgia. I'm joined in the commentary booth by Electric Days. Electric, how you doing?
Doing good. Pretty chill. Been a good week, so ready to see some football.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah,
And then we'll
I'm
go
not
down
gonna interrupt,
to.
but do you guys see the stream? Because I don't.
I just got a notification that went live.
I haven't got a notification. Let me look.
I got it. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're live.
All right.
My bad.
All right, backing character, Jackson and Pablo on down sidelines of this one. We see the two teams running out. So Georgia, right, a team that still has a lot to prove. We had the last year kind of went downhill, 42-0 to Florida, losing in Starkville, and eventually getting booted out of the first round by Ohio State, and then starting off this year with the same result, a loss in Columbus. So they still have a lot to prove. A lot of washed allegations are going upon the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs in the Discord server. So he has to beat those, and it's certainly no easy task against a guy who has been there. He's played in back-to-back national championship games. But Electric, what does
Hey,
Georgia
I'm
have to
really
do
sorry.
coming out on top of this
Don't
game?
resume for the next like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm really sorry.
Okay, well, we'll get
Stop into something.
We'll get a break in the action real quick. Electric, what does Georgia have to do to win this game?
I feel like what Georgia needs to do is just play it slow. You know, it's a good game that you have between two very high-powered offenses and defenses. You just have to make sure you play it correctly.
Quack.
Okay, quack, quack. Speaking of quack, quack, I guess we can go down
Yeah.
to sideline. So Jackson, how loud have the Oregon fans been all week here in Athens, and what do they need to do to get the job done here today?
Hey, from what I've seen, there not many fans have made the travel. It's been all Georgia fans, but I think they kind of just need to do what they've been doing. What is it, the last 29 out of 30 games? Only one team has beat them since then, and he's not playing that team, so just keep doing what you've been doing to win games.
And then I'll go down to Pablo. Pablo is the head coach of the Florida Gators, who are currently the #1 team in the nation. So you got Georgia on the schedule later. You look down the road to Oregon maybe as a potential playoff matchup. They knocked you out last year. How do you feel about these two teams? Who do you think will come out on top?
I feel like could have a good game. I mean, I think Oregon will be the favorite coming in on the road. I think they'll probably end up winning the game, but I have a lot of confidence in Mason to turn the season around. And yeah, two teams that I would not be surprised if I seen them in the future. So it should be a good game.
Yeah, but I guess we will still waiting. While we're still waiting, I would like to mention we don't talk about recruiting a lot, but Oregon currently does have the #1 class, sitting at, I believe, four-star commits. And yes,
We're good.
And the Georgia coach is back, so we will get this game going with the Georgia Bulldogs taking it at the 25.
First drive means a lot to everybody, so let's see what they can, cook up here.
Yep. Freshman quarterback Roman Furchie steps in shotgun formation. He's got a running back to his left side. Dropping back to throw. Furchie going to hit the running back. He's got some space. He's got the first down and maybe some more. Spins backwards, but we'll get a gain of 20. That is Nate Frazier, the junior out of California. And a big first play for the Georgia Bulldogs.
And also with that big play, it was also a little bit of a wear and tear going down on him too. So motion to the left right here.
Motion, and that one's going nowhere. The jet sweep. He's lucky to get back to the line. As we see Devon Jackson, the senior safety out of Nebraska, the impact player, the highlighted player here on this Oregon defense. But you can really look anywhere. I mean, this Oregon defense has stars all over the field. And first
And
he's just
there
going
you
to call
go.
his own number. He will take it himself. He will get down after a gain of 7. So now 3rd and 3. We'll see what Georgia draws up here.
That was smart. Seeing nobody else inside that, inside that box, and then just decided to run it with the QB. Smart.
Yep. So first he's going to drop back to throw. He's got 4 bunched out wide. He's got pressure, and pressure's going to be hit. He will get the ball out. Mateo Ugalele. So now on 4th and 3, what's the call here? I mean, you go for it? Do you punt it? I think the offense is going to stay on the field here for the Bulldogs.
I think you should go for it here. You're playing against Oregon. Yeah, of course you did lose last week to another Big Ten team, but you don't want to lose again. So I would say go for it. Be aggressive.
Yeah, well, he's got pressure again, and he's coming down, and he will not get that ball out. Elijah rushing in on the pressure. Well, my just actually the middle linebacker, Braden Platt, who I know is a pain in the rear because I had to play him in another dynasty, and he was not very kind to me. So Oregon will get this ball at midfield here, and I don't like to bring up past trends, but this is eerily similar to the start of the Tennessee game for Oregon. We'll see they got 5 wide with DeQuavius Dimes dropping back to throw. He's got some pressure. Christian Miller going to pull him down. And a big play for the Georgia Bulldogs defense to start this game off.
That was really good right there. Good defensive, just one-on-one all around the board. And Georgia's just known for the defensive line. So, we can just name a couple people in the defensive line that could be on this team and past people. And they all went to the NFL. So, place that you don't want to play.
Well, Dime's going to send the man in motion. He's got some body. Oh, he overshot him. That was good coverage by the linebacker there on the running back out of the backfield. And
Yep.
now it's 3rd and long for Oregon. A golden opportunity to get off the field for Georgia.
Yeah, and I believe that in this game, this is the battle of 90 overalls. Which 90 overall is better? That's all it is in this game, I could say. And the user.
And Dimes, pressure, breaks free. He's got some green. Is he going to get tracked? No, he will not. DeQuavius Dimes breaks a sack and takes it all the way across the field.
Wow.
And a big first down for Oregon.
And that's what I mean by the battle of 90 overalls. This is a freshman, not a redshirt freshman, a true freshman at the helm. And breaking off a tackle like that is really, really key.
See Dimes sending another man in motion. He's got the crosser. That's McCoy. McCoy gets a first down. And now down to the 23.
Yeah, you can see, DeQuavion, he threw, he only missed 6 passes his last game, 5 touchdowns, 295. So really good, performance for him to possibly, put up a Heisman performance. I was about to say MVP, but Heisman performance.
Yeah. So Dimes has 4 bunched out wide. Once again, he will snap the ball. Dimes, he's got to throw crossbody. Got a man. Touchdown, Oregon.
Now, I know that hurts for the Georgia coach because he used that all the way. As long as he's just going, he would have had it. But touchdown, Oregon right there. Really good time on staying on that route.
Such a crossbody throw as we'll go down to Jackson. How's the stadium? How loud is the stadium, or how less loud has the stadium been ever since Oregon punched them in the mouth there?
Yeah, stadium got pretty quiet there. They were real hyped up after sacked them, made it a 3rd and 19, but after that long scramble from Dimes, quiet. So Georgia's going to need a big play to get the crowd back in it.
Yeah. As we see Roman Furchie looking the sideline. He's in the back by himself. And there's movement up front. Was it? That will be against the Georgia Bulldogs. So 5 yards back. And I think they were just trying to get a little too cute with the play calling there.
Yeah, for me personally, I like what's happening right there.
You be blast.
Yeah. But I was about to say, I like what I see right there because he has nobody playing deep. And you've seen multiple times where your wide receivers was able to burn his wide. You able to see, yeah, your wide receivers was able to burn their corner. So I like it. Good matchup. There we go. Speaking of that,
Ooh, that was almost a big play that they needed, and it's not. He doesn't land it. I mean,
this
that's a freshman QB.
that's what happens. QBs make mistakes. We see it in the higher level, NFL, and we see it here, and that's what happens.
Yeah. So Roman Fergie, Oregon to back their DBs off the line, preparing for a deep shot here, or so it would seem. Oh, he's got a man to the sideline. He's got this time.
That was a
That's a
smart pass.
42-yard gain and a big first down for Georgia. That is Frazier once again.
That right there was a very very smart pass by Fergie, and really a little off, but good little. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
surprise! Roman Fergie was able to hang on to the ball. And he absolutely got rocked from his blind side there by the DB. That's
Florence.
Florence in on the stop.
Man, Florence just showed you right there. He is not playing. You're not gonna just keep being able to run this ball, and it's another blitz. That's a
Oh,
pick.
that's a user pick. That's number 24. He's gonna run in and get out of bounds at the 47. Had a guy deep, didn't like it, throws over the middle, and Lopez makes some pay. And all that momentum Georgia just got goes away as Oregon has the ball on the Georgia side of the field.
Right, and I believe like once you look at a couple of these games, you just really think in order to win these games, you have to go slow and then go at your own tempo. Make smart reads as
Oh,
he's
there
going to
goes
take this
McLean.
spin.
It's a spin move. Can he break one more? Gets pulled down at the 20.
Yep, that was a good play call right there. A touch pass. That was really good.
Yeah, it's a gain of 27 there. So Dime's going to keep the handoff, going to be stopped. It's a loss of 5 there. That's Chris Jones, not the Mississippi State one either. That's the linebacker out of Virginia in on the stop.
Yeah, very clutch tackle right there because they covered all of covered all of the read option right there. So second down and 15.
Dimes sends another man in motion. He's going to look across the middle once again to McCoy. McCoy gets the catch, but Humphrey's there to stop. 3rd and 12 here. Got to get this stop here if you're Georgia.
Right, and you definitely do. You don't want to go. You don't want to let them get this first down, and also, it's just why. Yeah, not just why, but oh, there they go, another little drag
Crosser
route.
knocked away. And now on 4th and 12, I believe field goal team will come out for the Ducks. This is not going to be an easy kick. This is still the second toughest place to play according to the game rankings. And from the hash, but he will nail it. So Oregon goes up 2 scores. It's 10-0 game. As we see the kickoff team. So Pablo, talk to me about the mistakes Georgia's made. What do they need to correct?
Yeah, I think on offense, Georgia, Oregon's getting to the QB a lot. So I think something we could do is maybe bring in somebody to help with pass protection. But I see receivers getting open for him.
Yeah, I do too. There's
Just
one
like right
maybe.
there.
Knocked away. That is Raylan. Wait, who is that? Is that Anthony Evans? I think that's Anthony Evans. As the Mississippi State Bulldog in real life. Roman Fergie makes a move, and he's going to get the first down.
Now you want to get your QB down as fast as possible, but that's the end of the first quarter right there. So that was really good. And also, I would like to add, if Georgia just plays this smart, I think they have a clear chance because, like I said, it's the battle of the 90 overalls. They're both high on 90s, so user matters a lot.
We'll see if they can get something going here. They're going to go to the run game first time today out of the running back. That is a gain of 8 for Roderick Robinson.
good little run right there. You want to make sure you see everything before you throw it and make sure it's a good pass, good throw. Don't
Ooh,
do it
pressure
again, you get
coming.
sacked.
Braden Platt. And that's going to be a sack.
Yeah, you also know that Oregon is looking around. They see that Georgia loves being out in this empty set. A lot of what Tennessee runs, and this is where they know he can't. There's nobody else in there to save him, so that's why they blitz a lot.
Yep. Well, first you're going to have to go deep here on 3rd and 11. Just step back to throw. He's got Anthony Evans, maybe. Oh, no. Underthrown and intercepted again. That's Johnson. He may take this back. Pushed out of bounds at the 43. So the freshman
Yeah,
quarterback struggling here early.
I mean that's what happens, In these type of games, you wanna always go for the deep ball or something like that. Sometimes you might want to mix up that formation if you want to keep this offense going. You're only down 10 right now. You have to get a stop again in order to get this ball back, though.
Yeah, well, Dimes going to try to make sure that doesn't happen. He's going to scramble, breaks a tackle again. Dimes bursts to speed over the middle of the field. And he's down at the 38.
Right, and this is the five-star. I'm for sure this is the five-star QB that was ranked number 1 in the nation last year. So changed his name and
Yeah.
changed his identity and
And
came to
they're going to pitch
Oregon.
it there on the option. Does he get the first? He fumbles the football.
That's not a fumble. I'm for sure they
I don't
might.
I
Yeah,
don't really
that's not a
think it
fumble.
was either, but I mean, game called a fumble. We'll see if they overturn it. Now, I'm sure Oregon's challenging it. They do challenge. Do they
Yeah,
get the
they're
challenge? They
they're
do.
not. Yeah, they're not
Hmm.
gonna. Yeah,
A rough break for Georgia. You thought you had some momentum there, but the fumble is called back. But yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of people in here who believe, and a lot of users in the past that have taken over big teams that believe recruiting doesn't really matter. Well, I mean, this is living proof that it does. I mean, this is a guy who was in high school last year, and now he's starting for the number 3 team in the country. And a handoff up the middle, and
yep.
he'll be pulled down for a short gain.
Yeah, and this is where I understand why certain people in this, league say, overalls matter because overalls carry, sometimes with these players, and it happens. It's just, five-star versus five-star.
Motion there. That's a good job there by that linebacker. It's Raylan Wilson. Yeah, we know who that is, and he's able to pull him down in the backfield for a loss of 2. That's a great play there by the middle linebacker. Sniff that one out.
Yep, he hit the gap right there. He seen where to go and just stop the touch pass. Great job.
Dime's going to draw back to throw here. Oh my goodness, he hangs on and he gets
He
about
fought.
7.
He
Wow.
breaks that tackle and fights for extra yards. What a guy right there. I mean,
Yeah, that's
that
a tough play. I mean, that takes, and if it just knocks in the plate, that takes it from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 12. Georgia got us in pressure. Running back out of the backfield,
that's
hangs
not a
on
first
and gets
down.
marked the
That's not a
first.
first down.
I
Now I
don't.
know
That's
from
close.
personal experience,
Georgia's
that's
going to
not a first.
challenge. No, they not.
I don't think they should, but I just know from personal experience that ball is behind the first down
Yeah,
marker. That is not a first
I
down.
don't agree with the spot necessarily either, but Swift got it apparently.
Yeah, that we go. Oh, the
Knocked away.
swat.
That's a good play there. Good swat by Ellis
Ellis
Robinson. They
Robertson.
saved the touchdown there.
And I love cornerbacks like that. They already know where this wide receiver possibly can go on that outside, and he just reads it perfectly.
Oh, middle of the field. That's Swift wide open. Touchdown. Oregon Ducks. DeQuavion Dimes does his second. Taylor Swift marches into the end zone. Or not Taylor. My apologies. Tyler Swift. And Oregon makes it 17-0.
Yeah, and that was just a key play right there. He just threw a little check down, smart play, touchdown right there. Georgia just need to pick it up on defense, guard, more of the, inside routes and outside routes better, a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a must score. You got to get something here.
Here we go. We're going to run that ball.
Uh-oh. Robinson breaks up the
Run like
middle. He's
Saquon.
got to gain 18.
My fault for comparing him to somebody in the NFL, but that run right there when he started cutting looked a little bit like the number 26 man on the Eagles. Cutting pretty
Well, that
fast.
certainly looked a little bit like a number 26 on the Giants, as he only gets
Oh, yeah.
2. So there will be second
Okay.
and 8. That will take us to the 2-minute warning.
That got to be hating, bro. That second down and 8.
Oh, QB draw. Oh,
Oh.
my goodness. Yeah. I'm afraid the delayed handoffs are going to be eaten up by this defensive line for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For the delayed runs in that case.
Yeah. And this is what I mean right there. Look how many people is at that line. That's 6 right there at that line. And yeah, that's
Oh,
just a
he's
yeah.
bringing pressure down. And Oregon called timeout. That defense that's actually a really well schemed out defense. I mean, he brings pressure, causes Masopes to throw a quick pass, but he kind of hides the DB in the stack, and he doesn't see him coming. So 4th and 12, Mason's going to go for it.
Yeah, and I agree with this. You're down 17-0, so I agree with going for it. And finally, he brings in the running back to help him out.
Yeah.
False start.
Oh,
Punt this.
motion moving up front. 4th
Yeah.
and 17, and at that point, it's just best to punt, and he will do so.
Yeah, and I'm right there. It's
McLean,
just,
uh-oh, he's bouncing outside. McLean gets some yards. McLean hits a spin move. He's going to get down to the 34.
that's not McLean. That's Pelham. I probably
Oh,
said his
yeah,
name
It's
wrong.
that is
McClellan.
Pelham. I thought McClellan was 81. My apologies.
Yeah.
So now we see Quavion Dimes.
You notice QB is known for breaking
QB
off tackles.
blast. He's got some speed. Hold down.
This QB's getting Anthony Richardson comps.
He is. I mean,
Anthony
I don't hate
Richardson.
that. I don't hate that. Oh, blitz around the outside, and he hangs on again.
And I mean, this is what happens. You know, you're running a defense and you're showing that there's nobody behind to help out the corners. So one-on-one across the board right here.
The corner.
That's a catch. He
Swift
dropped
almost.
it.
Oh, he almost hung on to that.
I know how it feels for a wide receiver or a linebacker, not a linebacker, a wide receiver or a running back to drop a ball. He had it in his hands. That's bad.
Yep. So we see he'll try to
Oh
throw it
my
again, and
God.
that time that is seatbelt over there by Julian Humphrey.
Yeah, Julian Humphrey showed up at the Ohio State game a lot. 3 picks, I'm for sure, in that game. And sadly, they couldn't come up with the win, so hopefully he'll be able to do something here.
Drop back to throw. He's going to scramble. He might have a first, maybe fights for it. 4th and 4. Now, if you're Oregon.
Just punt this. Like, there's...
I agree with that. I don't think he's going
just
to punt it,
this.
though. I agree with the call to punt, but he's not going to punt it.
This is not good.
Now,
if you
don't make it, then Georgia has some momentum to try to get some points for halftime. Brown, maybe they're trying to draw him offside. No, they're going to snap it. Oh, Swift's open. Wide open. First down, Oregon.
I mean, I would call right there for nobody to guard that, running back route. But if you wouldn't have got that, they was at the goal. They was not at the goal line, but they're in midfield. So.
And now the crosser's open. That's McLean. And he's going to get pulled down. Whew,
Yeah,
2nd and 5.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I also like to say, you see that Everett Stewart, is missed a lot in this offense, with targeting only one player. Now you see the ball being distributed everywhere, so it's also good to
Going deep, that's the wrong read, and it's intercepted by Humphrey. Humphrey going to get pulled down at the 29. So Georgia has some life here as Julian Humphrey's able to make the read on the ball and pick it off. Dimes throws his first pick of the year, I believe.
Yep.
Well, no, second pick of the year.
Yeah, but that was good right there. Spread the line out just on time that he come out. So That was good. Julian Humphrey, like I said, he got 4 picks of the year. Great job from that man. He's showing up pretty big in this Georgia I mean, not offense, but yeah, helping out the offense too, getting them back in the field, but helping out for the defense.
Throw the crosser. That's first down. But, I mean, you got to throw the ball further than that. This time will start to tick. Some more movement up front. And that's going to be 5 more yards. I know this offensive line meeting is not going to be fun next week if you're a Georgia Bulldog because
Four
they're going to
seconds left
make
in the
them
quarter.
run stadiums all practice. These false starts have been killer.
Yeah, I would like to say about that is it's just, oh lordy.
Time's going to expire. He's got to throw it up. Triple coverage down there. Knocked up in the air, and if a Bulldog had been there, might have been able to make the catch. But the score is 17-0. Oregon in front, and they get the ball back. We'll go down to Jackson. What's the feel around the stadium? Can Georgia get back in this one?
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
Do you hear?
Honestly, I agree. That's a great take. We're gonna go down to Pablo then.
Oh, he wasn't even
Pablo,
talk.
Pablo, can Georgia come back in this game?
Looking to go up top on first down.
That's a great take too. I agree
Yo, my
with
mic
that.
going plug.
That's a
Bro,
wonderful
dang, no
take.
way.
It's a wonderful take.
Ask the question again.
Can Georgia come back in this game?
Georgia can come back in this game if they get a stop on this drive. So that.
Okay, that's finally get my answer. Dimes is not gonna. Oh my! So someone better investigate this man for witchcraft, because what
He's slippery.
Thought he got a,
he
yeah, I
he
thought he had a,
slipped right through him. Did he not?
yeah, he did.
Did he
I
do
think
it?
for, I think for Georgia to get back in this
Uh
game,
oh.
that's not what they
Well,
need.
that's not what Georgia needs to get back in this game.
Now, I think
Perry
what Georgia
Dog is
needs,
over there
yeah,
going through it. The mascot is not having a fun time.
yeah, it's like this Georgia team. It's more like we gotta pick out calls that plays better offensive and better offensive, defense. Not offensive defense, just better defense in total. I don't know. I was right there, but I got mixed up with a gain of 9 right there.
Tyler Swift. I'm sure that maybe Dylan's girlfriend has a nice green and yellow 24 jersey. But Tyler Swift now going to get some more action here. Hand off up the middle. But I think they're going to try to ride him here and just run the football, clock. If you score right here, I mean, the game, I don't want to say it's unreachable, but it becomes less than maybe 1% chance.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's the man that met the legend. Faison Bamba.
Okay.
Finally he's gotten in this game.
Alright.
He makes the grab for 2. So Swift's gonna get it end off. He pulled down at the line.
Faison Bama's a really talented guy. He's in the booth and on the field at the same time.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
3rd and 8.
And
I
he's
think
filming
Georgia
a new
here.
movie,
Oh, right.
the
So,
Spider-Man.
I think that Georgia needs to play great defense. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with what Georgia just did, pulling down the cornerback for guarding that wide receiver. I mean, trying to hit the QB,
Booth review here.
but he might be out.
He was
He
not.
was not out. Yeah, I don't agree with that because you could have played mind games right there, that cornerback, and got that ball. So.
Okay, well, I found out that our other sideline commentator had to go relieve himself. Dimes tripped up. He will get the pitch
There ain't
out.
no
And
way.
if Swift scores, I promise you that's going to be on ESPN. It's going down at the 2.
That's terrible. He breaks off a tackle. That's not terrible. He
It's
breaks off a
terrible.
tackle.
That's
He breaks
terrible.
off the tackle. Like, now, if I would have got that, he would have said I'm lucky. But since You know what? Let me not. Yo,
Dimes getting tackles again. He's gonna get pulled down for a
yo,
loss of 3 though.
I swear, if I, yeah, I'm done. Third and goal
Yes,
at
we
the
know,
5.
Allergy, if you would have got it.
Yo,
Whoop de do. You probably will
yo,
eventually. Third and goal.
I would have been called lucky. That's crazy.
Dimes dropping back to throw. He's got multiple crossers on. Does the what decision? Oh, that's the wrong
That's what I
decision.
mean. Thank you. Good job. There we go. I gotta respect that right there, Bob Robertson. He thought he can get fooled. You fooled him once, but you can't fool him twice right
Fool
there.
me
Good
once,
pick.
shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on
Okay,
me.
just to update, DeQuavian Dimes has 90 break sack and 80 break tackle.
Okay, so essentially he's Megatron. Good to know.
Yeah,
So, bro is
as a
not
true
Lamar
freshman.
Jackson. Bro is
Mm.
not Lamar Jackson in Louisville. Bro is not. First down and 10. That was a good job on trying to get out of the 10-yard line. That's good.
He's going deep. He's got a man,
You
Mississippi
got it.
State wide receiver Anthony Evans on the
Why you got
grab.
why you got mentioned that from
Because he's our guy now. We got him
Yeah,
in
I
the
get it.
portal.
Yeah. No, no, I know you was jumping
Shout
up and
out
jumping
to
when you heard that.
Mississippi State football in real life, man.
Yeah, I
We're
knew he was
getting
gonna
better.
say that. Yeah.
And handoff up the middle goes to
Oh.
Frazier. Pulled down after a gain of 3. Speaking of Mississippi State, did y'all catch that basketball game last night? I'm done.
Okay. So we got.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
done. I'm not
believe.
gonna talk about it
I
anymore.
believe
Just
Georgia
had to mention.
getting back in this game is really possible now. They just had to score a touchdown. Field goal is not what we need. We need to
Well,
score a
you know
touchdown
what we
too.
need is a first down if you're a Georgia Bulldog fan.
That's what we got it.
So
There we go.
let's see.
A little bit of tempo.
Roman Furchi. Oh, that's a
Throw
bad
that
look.
away.
Mateo Ugalele and Kingston Lopa. I was surprised if Roman Reigns straps up his pads and goes at it again. The Islander D line is wreaking havoc on the Georgia Bulldogs right now.
Oh, he
He
played it
throws to the
correctly. And the cornerback almost picked it off.
and he puts it just a little bit wide, just a bit outside.
I mean, the Tennessee head coach said it the best. Some of the time, Oregon cornerbacks run the wide receiver routes for them. So that's what he did right there.
3rd and 24, and hit it. He throws that ball, comes out just like your girl at the club when she sees Joshua Wright. It's
That's
just really
crazy.
wobbly.
What?
Yeah,
Fourth-
that got to be a diss. That got to be
4th and
some type
20
of diss. Like,
4th and
that got to be
24.
some type of diss. Like,
4th and
yeah.
24, kicking the field goal.
You
He
know,
does
I
have
ain't
the
gonna
greatest
lie.
kicker of all
Now,
time.
This is a 70-yarder. If he makes this is a 20-point kick. In my eyes, at least. And he missed it. Dude, the crazy is that was about 3 yards too short. So we're gonna go to the 4th quarter here.
Yeah, and I mean, this is not what we expected, but it's what happens, a lot of these games. So it's in a blitz again, and
He throws
got
Swift,
through.
making the grab.
Yeah, this is just. Georgia got 2 turnovers, but just couldn't, get anything out of those 2 turnovers, and that's what happened.
Oh, Dimes. I thought that ball was going somewhere else, but he makes the catch. Oh, it's Faison Bamba. One of the highest grossing NIL athletes in the country, I'm sure. Faison Bamba.
Okay.
DeQuavion.
No.
Dimes rolling out. Dimes. Oh. Robinson picks
That's
it
his
off.
3rd pick.
So that's his 3rd pick. So, I mean, Dimes is all
score.
talent, but like he's he makes some freshman mistakes still.
Yeah, it's mistakes that freshmen make. You know, it's their first time out in the college world, so they're going to make those type of
Oh,
mistakes.
that's a
That's a lot for
bomb.
Jesus.
That's a bomb. You got a
That's a
first down
catch.
to the 19. So, I
Georgia
mean,
still
this
has a
game's
chance.
not over.
Yep, Georgia still has a chance. It's a very slim one, but they still got a chance.
And
Yeah.
that's not what we need. 1 yard pickup by Frazier.
Yeah, and I mean, we haven't seen Georgia really open up the offense as much. We haven't seen no, extra routes being thrown in, no, little voodoo. So,
Archie breaks the sack, and then
yeah.
he's just swallowed whole by this defensive line. I don't know who got that sack, but there's about 4 of them on top of it. Pause. And we get 3rd down.
Okay. All right. Why you had to add? Just don't think that way. 3rd and 9. 3 minutes. It's under 4 minutes left, so must score territory, and that's
Oh,
a read. Yeah, I
that's
read
an
that, and
interception. He's going to run it all the way back,
Devon
and that
Jackson.
might be the moment the fat
Yeah.
lady sung. He's take it to the opposite corner. And Devin Jackson, the safety we highlighted pre-game, right? The impact player. He's able to drop back. He reads the running back out of the backfield. And his extra point's going to make it 24-0 if he's able to knock it down.
Yeah, just disappointing loss, that it happens. It always great win for Oregon right here. Again, I think the game would be over now, even though it's 3 minutes left. Should be a bit out of reach for Georgia to get back for how the way they've been playing today. We haven't seen a lot from Georgia, so our average game from them is they hike the ball. He's just
And
gonna throw it
picked
again.
again, Braden Platt. Yeah, well, I mean, look at it this way. At least Georgia has the Armor Forger NIL deal. They get to go in the locker room and enjoy that. But on the field, just a tough time for Georgia today, as they look like
Yeah.
they're going to put up a goose egg in the scoring column.
Yeah, and I mean, this should show you that some like this playbook is just not
And
working at
now
all.
Swift going to spin move, and we're going to get
So
down to the
running the
3 here.
shouldn't
You
be
just gotta,
here.
I mean, it's always gonna be
If we
brought up,
talk about
right?
Kansas State,
Games out of
this should
reach.
be time. Got to be ticking. There we go. Can't talk about Kansas State if we're not doing the same.
Time is ticking. Swift gonna get stopped.
Got to hold Oregon to the same standard because you don't like doing that to other people.
They're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver.
So the pitch goes to Bomba, and Bomba is thrown down in the backfield for a loss of 4.
See, Mayweather also tied for first with Arizona State. Seems like Arizona State is pretty good. And then top receptions, 12 from LSU.
Dimes gonna take it, and timeout Georgia. So the field goal team will come on for him.
Yep, and we're still gonna kick this field goal in 27.
It's a fake! No, I'm playing.
Okay. 27-0 will be, I'm for sure, possibly your final score if Georgia do anything. But I think what Georgia needs to do for that next game, because they play Louisville next and a really good user. So I think, the playbook has to change in there. We have to switch it up a bit, And I think Oregon just showed you that spread or empty don't work. And you just need to gotta mix it up a bit,
Got to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that's all it
And the
is.
drawing board is not
And that is not the drawing board.
Elijah Rushing and Ugalele just hawking him down.
Yeah, and that's been the name of the game right there. Nobody's been open. sitting in the pocket hasn't been good. So,
Robinson, he shrugged to the
nah.
ground there.
1-on-1,
No
and he just
one,
breaks off. Yeah.
much like the
1 minute.
TikTok ban, this game's over,
Okay.
and we will. Well, I mean, Georgia at this point, they're just looking for something, some positive momentum to build on
They're
for
going
next
next
week.
week.
As Robinson's, I mean, obviously 161 4 picks is not the day that Roman Furchie wanted. So we're gonna see if he can build some momentum for their showdown with the Louisville Cardinals, which is next week, and gonna get a game or two.
Yep. And that's just been the game. Oregon's been able to lock up people until the very end because I see a couple people wide open. So they've been able to lock people until the very end, and the QB don't see it. So that's that. That's been the game right there. You know, freshman QBs don't see every single thing that's out on that field, and it's not their fault.
Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
This clock will tick. Handoff will go to that guy. And timeout Georgia. So we're going to get one last play here.
What
Look
we
at the sack leaders this
doing?
season. Both
Yep.
Mississippi State and Kansas
K-State.
State have people in the top 5.
Yep.
Sean Shepard, I know he's
What?
huge for me.
Yeah. Come on.
So Georgia trying to get points, and Oregon doesn't want him to have points. And he's
And
going
they
to
don't get
miss it.
points.
So the shutout will stand. Final score, Oregon 27, Georgia 0. Oregon has come into Sanford and shut down the Georgia Bulldogs. We'll get post-game interviews with Coach Mayhem here if he has a copy.
I do.
All right. Talk to me about the effort today, especially on the defensive side of the ball, holding Georgia to a big goose egg in the scoring column.
Yeah, I mean, defense played well. I mean, tried to come out in the same formation and just was ready for it after you saw it once or twice. So, proud of how the boys played. Good job forcing turnovers. Good job making big plays. That's what we got to do.
All right. Electric. Anyone else?
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I'm good.
here. I asked a question. I was muted when I was about to look at his schedule. Um, so you have Notre Dame up next. So you played them in the Big 12 championship, but we all know that was a fluke. We all know y'all both was not trying to win that game. So that there has been rumors about that. So what is this is a conference game and it means a lot more than just Georgia and Tennessee. So what is the game plan going into that game?
Certainly not throw 3 interceptions. That was pretty inexcusable on my part. That's my fault. We'd like to see Faison Bamba getting more space. They really did a good job containing him. So we got to find ways to get him the football in space and give him opportunities to succeed. So I think it's just going to come down to execution. It's probably going to be a lot different style of a game, but we'll be ready. We've faced him 3 or 4 times before, so I'm sure we'll be equipped.
Yeah. All right. Well, I did want to ask one last question for the media members have had Florida jump to #1 over you. Do you have any comments about that, and any feelings about not being ranked #1?
Well, I mean, we'll see, I guess, what they rank us after this week. I'm not really worried about the media. The media has shown time and time again that they don't know ball. So, not worried about what the ranking is. I think everyone knows who the best player is in in the league here. So, I'm not worried about what the game says or what the stupid computer says. Just watch the games and you'll see who the best is.
All right. Well, he's got a showdown next week versus Notre Dame, and then he's got his last trip to SEC country against Mississippi State, and he will go into his conference schedule after that. Well, we'll go down to Coach Masopes of the Georgia Bulldogs. Tough loss here today. How do you get the momentum back on Georgia's football side? Because it seems just like it's just not been there recently.
Yeah, I mean it hasn't. You look back at the days that once were, right? You
Yeah.
went out and you've lost the last 4 consecutive user games you played, so just failing to execute. I think you call the right plays, you just don't make the right decisions, and you fail to execute. I think the scoreboard could have been closer, but it wasn't. So it's just what it is. You fail to execute, that's what's gonna happen.
Okay. Electric, you got anything?
Yeah, man, and I was gonna talk to you about you have a upcoming game versus uh like I said, you have an upcoming game versus Louisville. So yeah, what do you see about that game? Like, what is the game plan going into there? You can't really dwell on both of the losses that you just had, and you have to keep pushing. You have Louisville, Missouri, and LSU and stuff. So what is the game plan going into these next games?
Um, I feel like if I play the way that I did today without the poor decisions and the errant throws, and you have guys in open space and you hit them in open space, then I'll win that game. So I'm not really too concerned about like my approach or how I should approach other people. It's really just certain opponents in particular because I played Lamar before in Louisville last year, and it was a pretty close game in the first quarter. But after that, it kind of got out of hand for him. He just never able to get back in it. So um, just trying not to be the person that makes those bad decisions and doing those things. I mean, usually you lose those games. When you go out and you throw 3 picks, 4 picks, you're not going to win that game. So.
Yeah.
Yes, I get that.
Pablo, you got anything?
Yeah. Okay. Just what is the future for Kirby Smart and this Georgia Bulldog team? What does it look like?
Another playoff appearance. I mean, we're down 2 users in non-conference, so we've seen this happen before with a few other teams. So as long as we can just clean up next week, because I'm probably going to project myself to lose one more user game. But when you look at my user schedule, it's not what it used to be. So of all years to miss the playoffs, this would be the worst one. This would be the most embarrassing one. So that's always going to be the goal.
Yeah. And I'll wrap it up with a last question. When you're the head coach at a university like Georgia, I mean, the expectations are really steep, right? You got to make playoffs. You got to win playoff games. You got to be competing for national championships. And I hate to kind of put anybody on blast here, but the the last 4 results have not been very pleasing for the Georgia boosters, I'm sure. Um, do you really feel like job security is coming into play for some of the staff at the Georgia Bulldogs football facility?
No, absolutely not. As long as we don't go like 2-10 or something crazy like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will. I guess we'll wrap it up there. Um, we don't know really when Sim is. There's a couple of users still got to play their game, but next week we will have some good games, and we will be back here on the HPL YouTube channel. So wrap it up from Sanford Stadium for Electric, Pablo, and Jackson. I am Hale State, and we will see you guys next time.
Mississippi State.